Good evening and welcome back to One TV News with me, Isma. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde defended the Mukhyamantri Ladki Bahin Yojana, which offers rupees 1,500 monthly to underprivileged women. Speaking at a Mumbai event, Shinde criticized opposition leader Uddhav Thackeray, suggesting those born with a golden spoon fail to appreciate the scheme's significance. He reported that nearly 2 crore women applied, with 1.5 crore already receiving the stipend. Shinde dismissed accusations of the scheme being financially unteasable or a form of bribery, asserting the government's dedication to supporting women. He hinted that the increased support the stipend might be raised to attract more women voters before November assembly elections.
मातीत पुनर्वसन करण्यात आलं. या सदनिकेच्या 6व्या वाटपाचा कार्यक्रम मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे यांच्या हस्ते पार पडला. या कार्यक्रमात बोलताना त्यांनी निवडणुकांबद्दल वक्तव्य केलं.
आणि मग अर्ध्या रात्री पण आमदार धावून जाणारा, लोकांच्या समस्या सोडवणारा हा दिलीप मामा पुढच्या आता 2 महिन्या निवडणूक आहेत ना. नोव्हेंबरमध्ये आपण सगळे प्रचंड मताधिक्याने दिलीप मामाच्या मागे उभं राहणार ना. सगळ्यांनी ताकदीने हात वरती करून.
Pakistan's cricket team has experienced a major drop in the ICC Test ranking after a surprising 0-2 series loss to Bangladesh at home. The team lost the second test in Rawalpindi by 6 wickets, adding to their first test defeat by 10 wickets. Previously ranked 6th, Pakistan has fallen to 8th place with just 76 rating points, its lowest since 1965. Sri Lanka and the West Indies have moved up to 6th and 7th places respectively. Bangladesh, now 9th, is celebrating a historic series win and has risen to 4th in the World Test Championship standing with a PCT of 45.83. Pakistan, currently 8th in the WTC standing with a PCT of 19.5, has not won a test since 2021 and will look to improve in their upcoming series against England. The rape and murder of trainee doctor at Kolkata's RG Kaur Hospital has ignited nationwide outrage, echoing the 2012 Nirbhaya protest. In response, the prominent West Bengal theatre and film personalities Sudipta Chakraborty, Biplab Bandyopadhyay and Chandan Sen have announced they will return their state award honours. In response, 3 prominent West Bengal theatre and film personalities Sudipta Chakraborty, Biplab Bandyopadhyay and Chandan Sen have announced that they will return their state award honours. Chakraborty, who received a special film award in 2013, and Bandyopadhyay, honoured with a 30,000 grant, expressed dissatisfaction with the state's handling of the case and called for justice. Sen is also returning his Dinabandhu Mitra Award. The crime, which occurred on August 9, involved the rape and murder of a postgraduate trainee doctor, with the accused including the former principal of RG Kaur Medical College, now under CBI investigation. Ajit Singh and Sundar Singh Gurjar achieved a double medal success for India in the men's javelin throw F46 at the Summer Paralympics. Ajit Singh won silver with a personal best of 65.62 meter, while Sundar Singh Gurjar earned bronze with a throw of 64.96 meter. This contributed to India's record-breaking performance on Tuesday, where the nation secured 5 medals in one day. Alongside the javelin victories, high jumpers Sharat Kumar and Miriappan Thangavelu won silver and bronze respectively, and Deepti Jeevanji took bronze in the women's 400-meter T20. India has now surpassed its previous best medal tally of 19 from the Tokyo Paralympics, achieving over 20 medals for the first time. President Draupadi Murmu, speaking at the centenary celebrations of the Maharashtra Legislative Council in Mumbai on September 3, stressed the importance of changing societal views on women and recognizing their crucial role in India's progress. She noted that the nation's development is incomplete without advancement in women's socio-economic and educational status. Murmu called for a shift in perspective, highlighting the women's contributions and active involvement are essential for nation progress. Her remarks come in the wake of high-profile crimes against women, including the rape and murder of a junior doctor in Kolkata, which have sparked nationwide protest. On August 28, Murmu also condemned the prevention of crimes against women and challenged outdated attitudes that undermine their capabilities while acknowledging the pioneering efforts of Veer Mata Jijabai and Savitribai Phule in advancing women's roles and education.
आज महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण और जनकल्याण से जुड़े इस कार्यक्रम में आकर मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हो रही है। इस कार्यक्रम में इतनी बड़ी संख्या में एकत्र हुई महिलाओं को संबोधित करना मेरे लिए खुशी की बात है। आज यहाँ आने से पहले मुझे बुद्ध विहार का उद्घाटन करने का अवसर मिला। इस विहार में एक मेडिटेशन सेंटर भी बनाया गया है, जिसमें 1000 से अधिक व्यक्ति एक साथ ध्यान कर सकते हैं। भारतीय परंपरा में ध्यान साधना को बहुत महत्व दिया जाता है। आज की तनावपूर्ण जीवन शैली में ध्यान की उपयोगिता और भी बढ़ गई है। इस परिप्रेक्ष्य में मेडिटेशन सेंटर का निर्माण एक सराहनीय कदम है। इस कार्य के लिए मैं राज्य सरकार को बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ। आज का ये कार्यक्रम एक समावेशी और समृद्ध समाज तथा देश के निर्माण की दिशा में एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। ये प्रसन्नता की बात है कि महाराष्ट्र में महिलाओं केंद्र और राज्य सरकार की योजनाओं का लाभ ले रही है और आत्मनिर्भर भी बन रही है। मुझे बताया गया है कि राज्य सरकार स्वयं सहायता समूह के माध्यम से महिलाओं को आवश्यक फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी यानी वित्तीय सहायता प्रदान कर रही है। साथ ही महिलाओं को कौशल प्रदान करने के प्रयास भी किए जा रहे हैं। राज्य सरकार द्वारा आजीविका के लिए विभिन्न अवसर भी उपलब्ध कराया जा रहा है। मुझे बताया गया है कि राज्य सरकार ट्रांसपेरेंट और अकाउंटेबल गवर्नेंस को बढ़ावा देने के लिए भी अनेक कार्य कर रहे हैं। नागरिकों को मूलभूत सुविधाओं के लिए सरकारी दफ्तरों के चक्कर ना लगाने पड़े, इसके लिए सरकार ये सेवाएं उनके घर पहुंचा रहे हैं। देवियों और स्वजनों, महिलाओं के आर्थिक विकास 2 आयाम है, आर्थिक समावेश और आर्थिक सशक्तिकरण। राज्य सरकार द्वारा माझी लड़की बहन योजना के अंतर्गत महिलाओं को आर्थिक सहायता दी जा रही है। बैंकों में खाते खुलने से महिलाओं की आर्थिक प्रक्रिया में भागीदार भी बनती है। ये उल्लेखनीय है कि देश में 53 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन योजना में से लगभग 30 करोड़ से अधिक खाते महिलाओं के हैं। महिलाओं के आर्थिक सशक्तिकरण के लिए की जा रही ऐसी सभी पहलों के बारे में जानकर मुझे बहुत संतोष हो रही है। अनुभव के आधार पर ऐसा कहा जाता है कि समान परिस्थितियों में परिवार के आर्थिक संसाधनों को सबके लिए उपयोग करने की भावना और समझो महिलाओं में पुरुषों से अधिक होती है। ये माना जा सकता है कि यदि आप एक पुरुष की शिक्षित करेंगे, केवल एक व्यक्ति को ही शिक्षित करते हैं, लेकिन यदि आप एक महिला को शिक्षित करते हैं तो पूरे परिवार और भावी पीढ़ी को भी शिक्षित करते हैं। यही बात आर्थिक सशक्तिकरण के लिए भी सही है। यदि महिलाओं की आर्थिक रूप से सशक्ति होती है तो पूरा परिवार और आने वाली पीढ़ी भी सशक्ति होती है। देवियों और स्वजनों, भारत सरकार की लखपति दीदी योजना के माध्यम से पूरे देश से करीब 1 करोड़ बहनें लखपति दीदी बन गई है। वे अपने परिवार के लिए निर्णय ले रही हैं और अन्य महिलाओं को भी आत्मनिर्भर बनने में के लिए प्रेरित कर रही है। भारत सरकार ने बहनों की इस प्रगति को देखते हुए लखपति दीदी योजना का लक्ष्य 2 करोड़ से बढ़ाकर 3 करोड़ कर दिया है। ये सराहनीय है कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने स्वयं सहायता समूह की 25 लाख बहनों को लखपति दीदी बनाने का लक्ष्य तय किया है। मुझे ये जानकर खुशी हो रही है कि अभी तक महाराष्ट्र में 13 लाख बहनें लखपति दीदी बन चुकी हैं। लखपति दीदी पहल के द्वारा अनेक महिलाओं के बढ़ते आत्मविश्वास, जागरूकता और नवचेतना के उदाहरण सामने आ रहा है। ये सराहनीय है कि राज्य सरकार महिलाओं के स्वास्थ्य और
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is making a historic visit to Brunei, meeting Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah at the grandeur of the Istana Nurul Imam Palace, the world's largest residential palace. This visit commemorates the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relations between India and Brunei, with a focus of strengthening bilateral ties, expanding trade and enhancing cultural exchanges. The palace boasts luxurious features including 22-carat gold decor, 5 swimming pools and a private zoo. Modi, who received a warm welcome from Crown Prince Al Muhtadi Billah and a guard of honor, also inaugurated the new Indian High Commissioner Chancery in Brunei. He expressed optimism about deepening ties and boosting commercial and cultural relations between the two countries. The Drugs Controller General of India has approved Intoted Pharmaceuticals Presvu eye drops, marking a significant advancement in treating presbyopia, an age-related condition that impairs near vision. Presvu, India's first eye drop for this condition, was previously approved by the Subject Expert Committee of the CDSCO. Presbyopia affects about 1.09 to 1.80 billion people worldwide, typically emerging after age 40. Intoted Presvu not only offers an alternative to reading glasses but also provides eye lubrication and adapts to tear pH for prolonged relief. CEO Nikhil K. Masurkar emphasized that the approval is a major step in transforming eye care in India. Dr. Aditya Shetty highlighted that Presvu improves near vision within 15 minutes, while Dr. Dhananjay Bakle praised its potential as a non-invasive treatment option for presbyopia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Singapore on Wednesday, receiving a warm welcome from the Indian diaspora at his hotel. During the reception, he showcased his dhol-playing skills at Changi Airport. He was greeted by Indian High Commissioner Shilpak Ambule and Singapore's High Commissioner to India, Simon Wong. Modi's visit includes discussions with Singaporean Prime Minister Lawrence Wong on the progress of the India-Singapore strategic partnership and regional and global issues. He will also meet with Singaporean President Tharman Shanmugaratnam, interact with local leadership and engage with business leaders. Before Singapore, Modi was in Brunei. Wrestlers Vinesh Fogart and Bajrang Punia are expected to contest the Haryana Assembly elections as Congress candidates for the Julana and Badri seats respectively. Their candidacies are awaiting approval from the Congress Central Election Committee, which is set to finalize the list on Wednesday or Thursday. Although their names are not yet included in the 66 approved candidates, speculations grew after Fogart and Punia met former Congress President Rahul Gandhi in New Delhi. The Congress has not confirmed their candidacies with AICC General Secretary Deepak Babaria, indicating that clarity will be provided soon. Both wrestlers were prominent in the 2023 protest against former BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Voting will occur on October 5th with results announced on October 8th. Amar Kaushik, known for his successful horror comedy Stree 2, is set to produce a new supernatural horror comedy titled Thamba, which is part of the Maddox Supernatural universe. The film, focusing on vampires, will begin shooting on the next 2 months. Kaushik also confirmed that Bhedia 2 starring Varun Dhawan is on the works, with the story written and the screenplay currently being revised. Additionally, Ayushmann Khurrana and Rashmika Mandana are reportedly casted in Vampires of Vijayanagar, a new horror comedy from Munjia director Aditya Sarpotdar. Stree 2, a sequel to the 2018 film Stree, expanded the Maddox Supernatural universe and featured an ensemble cast including Rajkumar Rao, Shraddha Kapoor, Pankaj Tripathi and Varun Dhawan in a cameo. That's all for today. Be connected for more updates with me, Esma.